What's happening, everybody? We're back. It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington.
I'm the swaggy blerd, Winston A. Marshall.
We're here with the review for Season 2, Episode 4 of Harley Quinn on the DC Universe app. If you ain't seen this joint, you already know what the deal is, because it's the same thing every week. So, it says it right there. Spoiler alert. Come on back.
I don't know why you're always harassing people like they ain't
I'm not harassing.
There might be a new person.
Every week there is.
There'll be a new person that goes, I've never seen these before. What am I in store for? And your ass out here like, if you don't know, bitch. Like,
well, first of all, I don't know why you made me so goddamn harsh. Like, yeah, bitch. It's all this spoiler alert for you, bitch. You know what we talking about, hoe. You better pay the fucking, like, no.
Because every time I even slightly, like, correct or contradict, you're like, bitch, if you don't stop fucking correcting me, I swear for Jesus.
First of all, I love your impeccable impression of Jay Washington right there.
That's exactly what you sound like.
I swear for Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. I swear for God, I'll choke you out. I will choke you.
I'm a good human. I just want y'all to know this.
Yeah,
I'm really a good person. This episode, so now we're getting a lot of what we've seen in the trailer. That was one of the things I wanted to tell you. So we started off with Harley. You just hear the flamethrower working and you forget, because again, you've seen the trailer so long ago, so you might not remember. And then you be like, she hear this Harley go, da-da, and they're like, what is it? She's like a vagina. And King Shark goes, oh, a human vagina. Which again leads me to believe before this nigga became a shark, he would never get laid.
I'm wondering, by the way that they're going about this, if, like, especially since he's out here like talking to fish and shit, if maybe he is a shark that is mutated into a humanoid.
I'm wondering, yeah, because the way they did it with him in the Aquaman episode, I didn't turn my back on the Aquaman.
Yeah, your mother would be very disappointed in you and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that might be what's going on with him.
So he probably was a mutated, So that might play off into it. But the fact that they did that, and if you pay attention, even though it is ice, it is extremely detailed as a vagina.
Like all the way up.
All the way, like she literally.
It's also like the largest vagina.
That's the biggest, like that's a walk-in vagina.
Literally a walk-in vagina.
Like.
I did not mean to go Barack with that, but I heard it a little bit. Literally a walk-in vagina. Like it just came the fuck out of me, bruh.
It's literally a walk-in vagina.
It's literally a walk-in vagina. I'll get past it. So when they get up to the top where this like kind of snow globe layer that Freeze made, the minions are all coming out and they're just having a casual conversation about what they're gonna do while they are murdering the fuck out of these dudes. Like Harley is out here cutting niggas' heads off.
Talking about she finna just have random sex with random motherfuckers. She don't want.
Talking about Ivy and Kite Man's wedding.
She don't want no love no more. Which again they brought it up in the Riddle You episode. Excuse me for cutting you off. We know more about Harley's sexuality in this now. We're noticing Harley ain't about just, again, remember she told us she basically fucks whoever. So like, yo, Harley a freak, which you could tell. Like, can you imagine the clown threesomes her and the Joker had?
I would not like to, because I would have a feeling that they
would
would probably
really,
just murder people with
yeah.
Or like part of how they get off is like bathing you in acid while they fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they dunk at somebody, she coming.
That does not sound.
That really went the wrong way from what I was thinking. But as they're murdering everybody, the light comes out and a silhouette rocks and King Shark goes, oh my God, it's Beyonce!
It was not Beyonce, it was just Mr. Freeze.
Wait a minute. First of all, I'm trying to understand. What would possess anybody to say, yo, that's Beyonce, dog? Like
Beyonce was chilling in this snow globe with Mr. Freeze.
Who has the badass freeze gun, and he just start freezing all these motherfuckers. Harley is getting away just a little bit, and he catch ass too.
And Harley is pissed every time. Excuse me. Every time she gets frozen, she just gets more and more angry. Like, this motherfucker, you just get off on freezing bitches, don't you? That you ain't gonna keep freezing me, you son of a bitch. So, obviously, they get in there. He starts talking about how he's testing to cure his wife. And he's like, I've been testing it on snow mice.
Wait, first of all, let's talk about the rats in the cage. Because the two mice in the cage was like, oh shit, we screwed.
Because he opens up a door and hundreds of mice, dead mice, just pour down. And then he was like, but I think I'm ready to move on to human trials. Then the mice hug and go, oh, we're saved. Oh my God.
First of all, I was hoping this was the door. If for those who've seen Doom Patrol, I was hoping this was the door to Amber Whiskers. Like, when I saw mice, I was like, we finna get Amber Whiskers out of this. You killed my mother.
Oh, then he fucked a cockroach. I forgot about all that shit.
Oh, we gotta take it up. You need to check out the Doom Patrol reviews we did here on the channel. I'm gonna rewatch Doom Patrol now. So we cut over to Kite Man and Poison Ivy getting ready to go check out the venue for their wedding. Which again, she's all in. Which I love. Like she's not hesitant. Like
he's going on and on about wanting to get married at this corn factory, and she's like, babe, you know, we can get married anywhere. He's like, no, this is important to me and my family.
Ever since I seen this one wedding happen there, I knew I just said, and then
he's like, all right, fuck it. She's like, fine, I'm down to climb.
Which is so dope because now Ivy has true love, and that's the theme thus far. You know, you're hearing about love, true love. And then Kite Man gets a text from the nigga I've been waiting to see for the longest. I've been saying it every week to him. Every time there's only one person I've been wanting to see. He get a text from the Condiment King, nigga. He says a text from my nemesis. All it is a text that says congratulations for the Condiment King. And Kite Man goes on.
Well, first Ivy goes, oh, that's nice. He goes, no, it's not. It's my rival. And look at this. Out here, no exclamation point. Ended it with the period. Put his full fucking name in it. He is clearly being sarcastic because he's an asshole.
Like going hard. So fast forward, they get to the factory. He's nervous. He's like, yo, we're just going to show my love. We really got to get this. Show up. The dude is already walking with Condiment King and his girl.
Which also, Condiment King got a bad chick.
He got all
Condiment King.
Let me tell you something. Niggas going to stop sleeping on mustard and mayonnaise.
I love that the Condiment King is a real Batman villain, bro. Like, he is a real Batman villain, bro.
Villain, like,
I mean, and so was Kite Man, but like, fuck. Like, goddamn, bro.
Look, so Kite Man, they go together. He's mad. You know, Ivy basically don't understand shit. Ivy's like, the fuck is this? This is his rival. You know what I'm saying? Ivy's like, what are you talking about?
Goddamn, that was the one thing that the Batman Arkham series was missing.
Condiment
King and Kite Man. We should have been able to fight them niggas.
How long would you need to whoop?
Bro, that's what would have been so funny. They put together this crazy elaborate plan. You show up to fight them because you fight all the other bosses, and then it's just a simple, he's like, shoot some ketchup on you, you just, it's like done. Like, how funny would that have been?
This nigga hit you with some, pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Like, bro, Zaz is trying to like stab people and shit.
Yep.
And this motherfucker just hit you with some mustard.
Kite Man ain't got no wind, so he just there. So, Condiment King's a dick. He was like, oh, we just got to meet him, but you supposed to meet him? He's like, yeah, how you gonna do that with that schmutz on your jacket? He's like, what schmutz? And hit this nigga with a mustard blast, like, what made so bad is the dude, the director of the facility was like, you got some schmutz on your jacket.
So, cut back to Freeze's lair. You got Harley telling the crew, because Freeze is going to test on them, but he's going to feed them dinner first. And so, I forgot. Before that, he was about to test it on Harley right away. Harley goes, hold on. You clearly haven't been able to figure it out. I'm going to tell you something right now. I know how I can cure it. And he's like, you're just saying that shit. She goes, no. My homegirl Ivy, she's a botanist.
She's a biochemist.
She's a biochemist. She can. If she can't figure it out, nobody can figure it out.
Right, she's like, nobody can figure. There's not a cure.
So let me send her a text. She'll swing by, help us out. No big deal. So he decides, fine. I will feed you dinner while we wait to hear back from Ivy.
By the way, Dr. Psycho was like, is nobody concerned? He about to go make a meal. Which is the realest shit. Like, we can all talk about the fact he gonna do all it, but nobody be like, so this nigga just gonna cook. He's gonna cook dinner.
And he made it one hell of a fucking gourmet. So while he was gone, Harley goes, here's the plan. Wait till he's not paying attention. I'm going to get that guy. I'm going to defreeze all of us. And then I'm going to go freeze and save his wife. And then we're going to kill this motherfucker.
Because she's a slave. She's being held prisoner.
She's held prisoner.
I'm all about liberating women and women's rights and everything.
Because this motherfucker put me on a block of ice and tried to fucking
put me on display for my enemies to mock me and laugh at. And everything. So this nigga got them in ice blocks by the bottom so they can sit.
They just have one arm free so they can eat. So they get the steak and shit. And what kills me about it is Dr. Psycho's eating the steak. He's like, oh, this is pretty good. And you just see Freeze like, what's it taste like? He's like, what? And he goes, tell me what the steak tastes like. He's like, well, why don't you just have some? He goes, because eating hot food like that going down my esophagus raised my body core temperature and I could die. So tell me what it tastes like. It's like buttery, I guess. Oh.
And he eats the soup. He's like, it's turmeric in this. And he go back, it's turmeric. So here's the best part.
He had some spinach quiches come up, right?
Spinach puffs. So he got to go get him out the oven.
But he had brought his wife up.
Get them.
And she has a hole, a perfectly carved hole straight to her mouth so that you could put food down the hole and she could, like, eat food. But this nigga thought... this nigga thought that Freeze was probably putting his ice dick in the hole.
First of all, yes, I thought that. But also, I wasn't the only one.
I didn't think that. I just assumed that that's what you thought.
Don't you put this shit on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put some shit on me. So he goes, he drops his freeze gun. So Harley tells Dr. Psycho, well, just use your mental. He's like, I can't, I got a brain freeze. But then Clayface dumbass just slugs up the block, goes and gets some seasoning and sits back down, and they're like, what the fuck? They're like, what the fuck? Because again, people keep forgetting he's a blob of clay.
He can just shape himself into anything. Because earlier he turned himself into a snowman just so he could punch niggas.
Like, he can just do shit. And so she gets to gun and defreeze each other. And so Freeze comes back in. Harley was like, I better liberate your wife and defrost her.
Freeze is like, please don't do this.
He's like, bitch, what did you do?
And because before she does that, she goes, hey, you motherfucker, you froze me for some sick, twisted pleasure and just put me on a block for months. She goes, no, they were trying to kill you. I convinced them to let me freeze you so you would stay alive.
So I tried to help you. Again, Harley, so she doesn't trust men at this point. And especially because, not just because of her relationship with the Joker, them not inviting her to be into the Injustice League. So she doesn't trust these dudes. Which, again, Dr. Freeze is not really a criminal. Mr. Freeze, excuse me. Is not really a criminal when you think about it in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, what did Harley say earlier? Doctor to Mister?
Yeah. Look, Doctor to Mister. Because you forget, like, Harley's an actual doctor. She's a psychologist. A psychiatrist. Which one she is?
Psychiatrist. She can do drugs.
She can do drugs, yeah. Of course she can. But he was like, he never really is trying to do anything to hurt people. He's trying to find a cure. And I'm surprised one thing they didn't do in this episode. They never said it.
So what?
McGregor syndrome.
Yeah, they just said rare blood disease.
Right, and I mean, it's a DC thing. So
but that's my whole thing, though. Is McGregor syndrome...
It's not real.
I know... Well, no, but I know it's referenced in Batman and Robin, obviously. Mm-hmm. But is it actually referenced in the comics as McGregor syndrome or just a rare blood disease? I've heard of rare blood disease. I thought Batman and Robin that...
They coined it there?
Because I think that actually is a real... I could be wrong. I'll look it up while we're talking. But I think that is actually a real rare blood disease, and they just pick something... To anchor it.
Well, I mean, if that be the case, they could still use it. But nonetheless, Harley's pissed off. Harley shoots the gun at his wife and Nora defrost. And the first thing, she opens her eyes, she sees Mr. Freeze, and she's like, my love, I'm defrosted, which means you must have found a cure for me. And immediately blood starts running down her nose. And you see Freeze get pissed. And he's like, bitch, I'll kill you. And Harley's like, oh shit.
So he sets off a bomb and goes, you better pray to God that Ivy really can't cure this because otherwise I'm blowing up all of New Gotham.
I'm blowing up all of New Gotham. I'm blowing all of us up. I don't give a shit. And so eventually Ivy gets the text and she runs. She tells Kite Man, I gotta go. And he's like, all right, love, go ahead. And then, so she goes and she goes to Mr. Freeze's lair and she realizes what's up with her blood. And she's like, well, I need something. Calls Kite Man while he's still trying to talk to dude because he's nervous as fuck. He's talking to the director. And then Ivy's like...
So here we go. It was in Batman and Robin, the name is used. She obviously has the disease everywhere else, but it is not referred to by name. It is only in Batman and Robin. In the Arkham series, Nora is depicted as suffering from a real-life affliction known as Huntington's chorea.
Okay.
So, like, the disease keeps changing as to what she has.
Okay.
They just kind of, whoever is creative license just knows she has some sort of blood disease or cancer
so it
or something.
is, in a sense, McGregor's without it being McGregor's, right? Would you say that?
Sure.
Okay. So, Ivy calls Kite Man. Kite Man is getting nervous, and then dude's like, he's like, yo, my woman, my fiance needs me. And dude's like, well, if you go, you just won't you won't get this place. And that's how you know Kite Man is in love.
He goes, hey, well, it's real love. She needs me. And he ripped his shit off, had his kite underneath, took off flying.
This nigga hit it on his chest like, pow!
And then the funny thing is the dude that was running the venue, he was like, man, I wish I had that.
Because he hates love, too. Mm-hmm. Like, he helps everybody else with their true love. He hates love, too.
How many fucking weddings happen at this corn factory?
Nigga, clearly a lot.
Wow.
Also, I understand this nigga hating love. Love ain't shit.
All right. Anyway, so then finally, yes, I'm gonna roll right over that. Kite Man ends up at Ivy's thing. She says, "Don't get the violet-covered roses, get the rose-covered violets." And he's just like, "Wait, what?" He can't really tell the difference. And she goes, "If you grab the wrong one, it's a paralytic." Because
he puts it to his face.
He goes, "They smell nice." She goes, "Don't put the wrong one to your face, you'll be paralyzed." And he was like, so he grabs the other one. This nigga makes it all the way. Just in time, he's right outside the window when all of a sudden the paralytic side of it kicks and he crashes through the window and just smashes on the ground.
They motherfucker just say,
she goes, what? She's like, I know, I can see because you're paralyzed, but it'll wear off. She makes the thing. She goes, here's what I can do. I can transmute.
She needs a blood transfusion.
She needs a blood transfusion. I can turn your blood freeze into her blood. Or whoever takes this, their blood will get turned into the same blood as her. She can get a transfusion, but whoever gets a transfusion, because they're going to have to give all the blood, is going to die, essentially. And so they were first afraid that they were going to try and do it to one of the people, and Freeze goes, no, I'm going to do it. I'm the one that's saving her. I need to make this sacrifice. And so he does. The transfusion happens. Nora wakes up just in time to see Freeze die. And there's this whole awkward thing like, oh, man, that's real love. Like, Harley even says, I never had that with the Joker. Like, it's not even close.
So can I ask you a question? This is what I wanted to say until we asked.
Yeah.
So I watched that. And you know how I feel on relationships and whatever. But I will admit, and you can say whatever you want in the comments, that got me a little teary-eyed. Because to know, like, we've seen Freeze say he would do whatever. But we've never seen him have to do that. We've never seen him have to do a blood transfusion, literally give his life. You know, he's always said, I would give my life for my wife to be with her. But he only had that last little moment. He didn't even really get to say, I love you. And then he died. And I was like, well, damn. I'll admit, that shit hit me in the feelings. I might bullshit and joke about not, fuck love, all that. But that shit made you realize that, again, it goes back to something we say each and every week about the show. The writing, the structure, it is very, very well thought out. This shit is not just a graphic, violent, animated series. It has depth. It has a lot of emotion. It has heart. It has intelligence and so much more. And you got all of that within that little scene. That meant a lot to me personally.
No, I agree with you, man. I mean, it was emotional, and I think the best part, just to cap off the whole love scenario, is at the end of the episode, you had Kite Man thinking, oh, my I'm being rewarded for doing the right thing and for love. And then it's Condiment King bragging about, like, nah, nigga, I got the venue. Have good luck. And then Ivy going, I hate this motherfucker too. It's my rival now too. And then that's the end of the episode, which was great. Now, if you had to rate the episode knowing that it touched you in a special kind of way, what would you give it out of 5,
Do you know
bro?
what popped in my head the moment you said that?
What?
That the bar song that went, love me in a special way.
Oh, I thought
what more can I say? Love
We're pushing 20 minutes, man. Come on. What would you rate it out of 5?
A 5. For all of the reasons I said before. I mean, there's nothing in this. This gave you everything. This gave you the drama. This gave you the comedy. This gave you the action. This gave you the heart. This gave you the horror of what could happen. It gave you some of everything, and it all meshed well together. This is a perfectly structured episode.
I would, to that point, I would take every rating I've given so far this season. I would knock it down like at least 0.25, just so that this 5 makes more sense.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? In the sense that, like, you're really talking about such a well-written episode, something that touched on all sorts of levels here. You're talking about everything from, like, what would you do for your true love? You're talking about the fact that, like, how our scars affect us. Because if you notice, Harley was seeing abuse and capture and like falsehoods in the name of love everywhere. And if you noticed, Freeze actually was a good dude. He was protecting her as best he could as like a double agent. He was actually trying to save his wife. You know, I know he's a villain and shit, but like that's the other thing is that we have to be very careful that, you know, the whole point of experiences is for us to learn from them. but we just have to be very careful that we don't use them to cripple us. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? To cut you off from growth.
Excuse me.
So I definitely give this a 5, and I got to knock everything down just a little bit based on
I can see that reason. I agree with you, though, man. So we want to know what you think, though, in the comments below. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Make sure you click on the notification bell to find out when I'm dropping more videos. I'm going to bring some more content to the channel because why? We all need it at this day and age and this point. So we're going to get that. But follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Check out my Patreon, the Supervillain Squad, patreon.com, Mr. J Washington. And, yeah, there's another thing, and he'll tell you about it.
You can follow me at the swaggy blerd, THESWAGGYBLERD. I said that so fast because it's right below me. It's right here. So you can just read it. But that's all the things. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Letterboxd, Patreon, all that good stuff. I've been doing the quarantine series.
He's on OnlyFans and Pornhub.
You're not supposed to tell people that.
You need to get more people.
I don't want that.
You're supposed to get more people on OnlyFans.
I don't. Also, it's not a thing. Because the last thing I need is that for people to think that, especially from the standpoint that like I do stuff with Disney from time to time, nigga. I don't need them thinking I'm actually out here doing that.
But you don't have to have a porn OnlyFans.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But please, I've been doing something called the Quarantine Series. I've been doing interviews with people at the top of their fields. It's been a lot of fun. This week I'm doing it, today is Friday when this comes out. So today is the Marchbanks, Vince and Layla Marchbanks, two of the best dodgeballers in the world. So y'all got a couple that is out here killing it in dodgeball and killing it in architecture and education. Like they're a powerhouse. So either way, please check that out. Come back. We'll be here next week for another review of Harley Quinn and all that good stuff.
Also, make sure you check out Blerds in the Hood with the two of us together. That's what I was hoping you was going to say. Every Tuesday.
I thought you would handle it.
That's what I say. Something else he's going to say. Blerds in the Hood goes down every Tuesday live on our Blerds in the Hood YouTube channel, youtube.com/BLERDS. The letter N, THEHOOD. You can go ahead and check those episodes out. Make sure you share them with your friends. We go live every single Tuesday. And so I think that's about it. And ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all always. Please, in this day and age, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. We'll holler at y'all next week. Take care. We out of here.